Hello and welcome 2021 Iste Conference attendees. My name is Tom Corbin and I hope you'll check out my poster creating a curated collection of digital resources personalized to your school community. I'll be presenting live Wednesday, June 30th from 3 o'clock to 3:45 to answer any questions you may have about options related to creating a digital library for your school community. Most importantly, I'll be answering the why. Why would you want to create such a library for your community? So please watch this quick video and I'll kind of cover a little bit of the why. Whether you decide to use a simple Google site to create your community's digital resource library, or a platform like WordPress or Squarespace, or house your resources somewhere like a shared Padlet, Wakelet, Buncee, or even Symbaloo, the goals of propping up your communities of teachers and students remain the same. Within the past 10 years, we've found ourselves in a renaissance of sorts when it comes to educational technology, particularly in their ability to promote collaboration and address a wider audience of learning styles. And while achieving new ways to visualize information for young learners has been one of the most valuable gains for teachers, we've also entered a new era in ways students can become content creators to truly show their learning and become teachers themselves. For example, a student in 3rd grade who becomes familiar with CoSpaces soon becomes a 4th grader with skills to pass along to others, while they themselves find more sophisticated ways to use the same tool, who then, in turn, become 5th graders who integrate new tools into the platform that they have spent 3 years mastering.
Any questions?
How can we help?
That's a great question. The process is very simple. Just go to this link here.
The scaffolding that takes place as students rise to each new grade means they not only become familiar with a variety of tools, but how to use different tools interchangeably to approach content creation with a personal lens for innovation. Integration across platforms. Students can dissect novels covered in English classes as they have for generations, but now have the ability to collaborate and digitally annotate that text with peers, while perhaps also viewing a 360-degree image of a distant location referenced in that novel. And while we can still use a photo of a model to introduce a scientific concept, we can now use augmented reality to project a 3D version of that model for added perspective, or better yet, have our students guide us at the conclusion of the unit. And I'd be remiss if I didn't also address the fact that we are coming off a unique year when teachers and students leaned on and leaned into educational technology like never before. Teachers spent the year flexing new modalities with how to reach different learners in different ways. As more educators began to grow comfortable incorporating different tools to complement instruction alongside of platforms like Zoom, rather than using Zoom as the primary method of instruction, student engagement has improved significantly. The opportunity for teachers and students to leverage discussion board software to engage without waiting their turn to speak is just one gain that should be embraced long after the pandemic. Teachers who may have never before heard of Padlet, Flipgrid, or Jamboard now use them regularly and have seen the value, COVID or no COVID. How can we ensure that an eventual return to the traditional classroom doesn't lead understandably screen-weary teachers to retreat to lecture-heavy, teacher-dominated instruction? We empower them as active and valuable contributors to professional development rather than passive recipients of it, while at the same time embracing the gains of student-driven project-based learning. Curated libraries of digital resources, whether just built for teachers or also student-facing, help drive whole school communities to lean into innovative ways of teaching and learning. I hope you'll join me live on Wednesday, June 30th at 3 o'clock when I'll guide you through the options and back-end setup of possible avenues to create your own curated libraries, as we again also answer the whys. Why should schools take a deliberate and personalized approach in integrating technology into their program? Why would a streamlined system of curation benefit your school, its teachers, and their students? Why is embeddability a key term to become familiar with? And perhaps most importantly, why it isn't a one-size-fits-all conversation.